this video, you will be shown how to apply dust and dirt effects on transparent parts. In this first example, the color dust was diluted 50% with transparent or matte. The mixture was then applied in very thin layers at low pressure. This technique allows you to imitate dust that sticks to the glass when it is outdoors or abandoned. Using a cotton swab, the piece was rubbed to remove small amounts of the paint. The effects, Slimy Grime Dark and Slimy Grime Light, were then applied to imitate traces of humidity. Beginning with the lightest tone, the whole piece was covered. Immediately afterwards, another coat of Slimy Grime Dark was applied, with this color focused on the lower area. This process helps create the effect of realistic humidity on glass for subjects set in damp areas. Splashes of Slimy Grime Dark were also applied using a toothpick. A brush dipped in enamel odorless thinner was then used to create streaking by dragging the effect from top to bottom. For the second example shown, authentic mud was recreated while leaving the streaked clean path of a windshield wiper. The masking was first placed in the center of the piece. For this example, the color Dry Light Soil from the Heavy Mud range was used to simulate authentic textured mud. Using a toothpick, splashes were applied to the whole piece. It is not necessary to control the size of the splashes. Randomness creates an effect as close to reality as possible. The same process was then repeated with the texture Wet Ground from the Ammo Splashes range. To give more chromatic variety to the mud, the color Fresh Mud from the Nature Effects range was also used. Once again, the same application technique was used, this time with the contrast of a glossy finish. After allowing the effects to dry for a couple of hours, the masking was removed. Using the Oilbrusher color Dusty Earth, diluted with enamel odorless thinner by 70%, brush strokes were used to imitate traces of dust in the path of the windshield wiper. The effect was allowed to dry before using a brush dampened in enamel odorless thinner to refine the effect, leaving only traces of dust. For the third example, traces of dust dragged by the rain were imitated using the Oilbrusher color Dusty Earth. The Oilbrusher was diluted with enamel odorless thinner and the whole piece covered. The color was allowed to dry for 2 hours before using a No. 8 synthetic saw brush lightly moistened in enamel odorless thinner. To softly use brush strokes moving from top to bottom, leaving a streaking effect. If necessary, the effect can be refined with a fine brush. Between brush strokes, clean the brush on an absorbent paper. Once dry, you can see the realistic effect of dust and water runoff. With the Oilbrusher color dark brown, a fine brush was used to deposit a small amount on the sides of the piece, imitating subtle accumulations of dirt. Discover all of the products used in this video and their many applications on our website, www.ammo.es. Discover many more videos on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate notifications. Thank you for watching.